Pick up those sticks and get ready for the kicks, ladies and gentlemen, because it's episode 51 of the Switch It Up Show. I am your host today, Seth Trav, joined as always by our friend Glenn.
I'm doing well, my friend. Thank you for asking. You didn't, but I felt it in your mind, body, and soul, my man. How are you today?
I'm doing surprisingly well, considering I'm still dealing with my concussion. But we got a whole lot of messy, awesome, cool, great stuff today. Going to be talking about 30 new releases on the Nintendo Switch.
That's insane, my man. Like, that is a ridiculous amount of games here on the Switch It Up Show. So much, so little time. We're going to almost dive right into it.
That's it, my man. We might have to cut this beat short. Get right into the program.
I don't know about that.
Oh. Of course, that was Anamanaguchi. And of course, they're leading us into the first segment of the Switch It Up Show, the inventory. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the inventory. We're going to dig around our satchels, see what we're playing this week on the Nintendo Switch. And I, my guy, have been playing more and more of Gaokao 1 Complete, because I love that series, and it is a long series and game.
You can't stop with that thing, man. Like you are addicted.
I was always playing 5, and now I'm always playing 1, and it's a lot of fun. It's more concise than 5. I don't want to get too much into it because I'm going to review it as soon as I finish it, which who knows when that's going to be, because I'm 43 hours into the game so far. So I had a work week of Gaokao 1 Complete.
Yeah, man, I guess so. Jeez, putting in all.
What about you? What are you playing?
All your time. I've been checking out. Obviously, we've been very, very fortunate in the fact that a lot of these awesome indie companies have been able to give us a bunch of review codes. We have a lot. I'm sure you're going to be seeing like 2 reviews maybe for a little bit on the Switch It Up Show, quite possibly. Like this is we're doing like joint review today. Yes. We're both going to cover the same game, so I think that'll be fun. I've been playing obviously the 2 games that we're going to be talking about a little bit later on, so I'm not going to talk about those too much. I've been playing Boom Ball Boost Edition, which is almost like a 3D type breakout where the ball like comes at the screen.
Nice.
That's another game that we're going to be reviewing in a future episode. So I don't want to talk about that one too much either. And then, of course, non-Switch wise, still very much on the Destiny train.
Yeah, you've been saying it's
new
good
expansion
again.
Is like no joke. So good. Really great time. Yeah, man. And then I have not picked up Super Mario Party. I think that thing is going to be awesome. If I pick up Super Mario Party, I'll definitely have like an addiction problem. I love everything about that franchise, and it seems like on the Switch they really brought back and like made it really good again.
You can do online multiplayer, right?
Yeah, but you're gonna need the if I'm not mistaken, I think you're gonna need the Nintendo Switch thing for that. Actually, I don't really know offhand if there is online multiplayer. You would imagine that there would be, but I know they're super big on the console, like putting 2 of them together to make a bigger board.
Yeah.
So I know their focus was probably local, but I would be shocked if they didn't have online. I would love to have online because, like, with the crazy schedule, trying to get 4 people together to be able to play it, like, physically in the same room, not exactly easy. But that is a game that might be my next, like, retail Switch game for sure. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I definitely want to get it. If I was working, I would already have it, but because I'm not, don't have any money, so couldn't get it yet. But I'm still also, the next game I'm trying to get is probably Smash Brothers with that GameCube adapter.
Oh man,
gotta play like a real hero. But I'm gonna need to get that Nintendo Online thing too, because I just want to smash with all my friends.
Yeah, man, that's the you definitely have to get that. Gotta see if we can't loop enough people into like a giant family membership. Get that cost,
right?
Get that cost down. That's a goal. That's a dream.
That's what we're trying to do over here at the Switch It Up Show.
Yeah.
On the Preach Network.
Saving you money.
Right. All right, so because we have about 30 games coming out, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump right into Press Continue. It is our new releases segment where we talk all about the games coming out this week on the Nintendo Switch. And first up, starting the list off, it's NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. It's an awful lot like the NBA Jam series, or NBA Street series. I want to say it's kind of a spiritual successor to that. Comes out October 15th, 2018, and it's going to be $29.99 when you get it on the eShop.
Looks super pricey, my man. I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather play
I paid more for the NBA Streets, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, after that, we have Warriors. Oh my God, Warriors Orochi 4. It's $59.99. What's crazy about this is there's really no, like, if you go into the description of it, there's no pictures for this game at all. So I can't necessarily tell you what it looks like. But on the front, it has like two samurai people like fighting each other. It is a dream collaboration starring heroes from Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors over a roster of over 170 playable characters. So I believe it to be a fighting game.
It is an ultimate collection of Dynasty Warriors types, I want to say.
Yeah, it is.
Not necessarily ultimate, because it's not everything from the Dynasty Warriors things. You're missing Zelda, you're missing Fire Emblem, you're missing the Gundams. Our Gundam! I love the Gundam Dynasty Warriors. I constantly check to see if there's a new one. So, moving on, we're going to take a look at Starlink Battle for Atlas. It's $59.99 when you buy it digitally, and it's eligible for 300 points. This is a game I would highly suggest getting physically if you're going to get it, because they have a physical edition of it that comes with the Star Fox plane. I don't know anything about this series, this Starlink series. I don't know if it was a series. I think it was, but this one is coming to Nintendo Switch, and it's exclusively has the Star Fox characters in this game, and you can play in the what are they called? Are they R-Wings?
Yeah,
that's it.
When I saw this, I was like, "Is that the Star Fox ship?"
Yeah,
it's genius on their point, on their part to put Star Fox's ship in this, because you look at all the screenshots and all of them have Star Fox's ship, and you're like, well, yes, I would love another Star Fox game.
And it looks like it plays a lot like a Star Fox game. Yeah. So I don't know what the problem with this would be.
No, I don't know why you wouldn't want this. Like, I think it looks great.
Exactly. Comes out October 16th, 2018.
That's crazy, dude. I would definitely buy that. But we're gonna take a completely different left turn and talk about Rapala Fishing Pro series. It is $29.99. It does not come out until October 16th, so that's actually tomorrow. Real fish, real lures, real tournaments, real fishing. The graphics on
Can I fish with dynamite?
No, it doesn't let you fish with dynamite. Although there are like a surprisingly a large amount to customize. You can pick your lures, your rod, define what line you have, choose your boat, who your fish finder is going to be, gear yourself all out. This is one of those games that seems really weird, but I don't know, it might be fun.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
I feel like I would probably really enjoy it, especially using the Joy-Cons as a fishing pole. I fell in love with bowling and tennis. Why wouldn't I absolutely love this?
You're absolutely right, man. And I love doing fishing in Ocarina of Time. So
right,
maybe. All right, man. Talk to me about this next one. I feel like this is up your alley.
This is right up my alley. It's Lego DC Super Villains. It's $59.99, and you get 300 points when you buy it digitally. It also comes out on the 16th of October, 2018. The story behind this is apparently that the Justice League has disappeared, and Earth's protection is now up to the Justice Syndicate, which is the super villains. It also says that it is set in a open world experience, which I'm guessing is a lot like all of the other superhero Lego games. I loved Marvel Lego superheroes. I paid money for it on the PS4. So I would definitely love this, because I'm always kind of more a fan of playing as villains and just seeing them do more. Check it out, $59.99.
Man, some expensive games here, man. Let's dial
It
it on.
is.
Let's dial it on back to $12.99 with Exorder, EXORDER. This is a top-down fantasy turn-based strategy game. Fight for Cerulean and claim the crown as her rightful heir. This thing has a very like whimsical animation style. Looks very much like a I don't know, like cute little cartoony, like very fun. If you like top-down strategy games, this might be up your alley. Personally, I'm more of a Civilization guy, so I can't wait for Civilization to come out on the Switch. I think that's going to be awesome.
Oh my god, I am going to die when Civ comes out.
I really loved Civilization Revolutions. Like that's one of the newer ones that was out on like PS3 and the Vita. And back in the day, like Civ 2 was like my jam.
Bro, Civ 5.
You know what? I actually have.
Civ 4, too. Good god.
I actually have. Hold on. This is bad radio. Bad radio. What is this? Here, Civ 5, right there.
Civ 5, you have it.
Yeah, I do. For Mac.
Why have we not played it on Steam for 18 hours of our lives?
I don't know, man. I've had that since I worked at a certain store.
Oh my god.
But like, yeah, I really like that type of game. This one seems like, top down. Doesn't seem like it has any type of those Civilization, like, diplomacy, which I really get into. But this might be fun. If you like turn-based strategy, this looks cool, and the price point is right at $12.99. Exorder.
Beautiful. Very different again. It's also coming out on October 16th, 2018. $39.99, 200 points when you buy it digitally. It's Crayola Scoot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a scooter game by Crayola, and it looks like you go around skate parks scooting and doing tricks and making more of your color appear. I kind of love that. I think I would have a really good time with that. If it plays anything at all like the Tony Hawk games, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, dude, this game looks like the colors on this look like. I mean, they better look vibrant, right? It's Crayola,
right?
But like, I don't know, man. It kind of has like that like Jet Grind Radio feel to it.
It does look like that, like the style, very sort of Wind Waker-y, but almost more graffitified. Very hard lines, like they were using one of those paint pens. I think that's what they are.
Yeah,
I'm not an artist.
Yeah, dude, like it looks better than I feel like it should. If you're gonna invoke memories of a game, Jet Grind Radio is the one to do it. So
yeah,
$39.99. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Big Buck Hunter Arcade.
You're getting them all, brother.
Oh, dude, this looks great. I would totally buy this game.
Yippee-ki-yay.
$29.99 on the eShop. It comes out on October 16th, tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this for a minute because this looks fun. The number one hunting arcade game in the world is now available for your console. Big Buck Hunter will bring the arcade experience to your living room with this fast-paced, addictive shooter. All right, so you got 45 levers, dangerous animals encounters, 7 bonus games, 20 critters from squirrels to bats, and 2-player local multiplayer. What's cool about this is the dangerous animal encounters. I've played this game on the way. You'll be like,
I have played this game in arcades.
You'll be like walking around, and all of a sudden, like a bear will just like attack you, and you have to like defend yourself. The pictures in it actually have like a giant grizzly like rushing at the screen, coming after you. Like it's super crazy. I don't know,
the
man.
Intensity. I'm a big buck hunter.
I've never gone hunting. I imagine it's nothing like this. In one of these levels, there's a tornado that comes as you're hunting. Like we're going over the top. That's what I like. $29.99. Big Buck Arcade Hunter.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Also, October 16th, 2018. October 17th, 2018. It is the Jackbox Party Pack 5 for $29.99. It is the biggest party pack yet, with 5 party-saving new games, including the pop culture trivia smash hit You Don't Know Jack. The full stream, it has 1 to 8 players. The classic returns full of wild new surprises. Also, the game Split the Room, Mad vs. City, Patently Stupid, and Crab Nebula.
Sounds good.
I love You Don't Know Jack. I think it's a fun game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And we played that awesome game Awkward which, party games can be really, really fun on the Switch.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely love to play the Jack Party Box Pack
Oh,
5.
absolutely, my man. Let's talk about Zarvit, which is a game about cubes, where cubes find love, shoot lasers, and lay waste to handcrafted arenas. It's a story about two adorable cubes with hopes, dreams, and love. And unlimited destructive power. So this looks like, I don't even know, like Wally meets like a puzzler. Like you're these two like cubes that looks like they have to work in tandem together as they go through like these crazy levels. Some of them are like really like cool looking, like with rain and like set in like a modern city, and other ones look like they're like from like an 80s arcade. I'm taking a guess, but I feel like if you liked Pode, which is this game where these two characters have to kind of work together, like where one does a little bit and you switch between the controls. I feel like this is what Zarvit might play like. It's $19.99 on the Nintendo eShop. Comes out October the 18th with up to 4 players. So that's intense.
Awesome. Next up, we've got Will, A Wonderful World. $14.99 when you get it on the eShop. It's rated M for mature. I just want to point that out. And it's coming out October 18th, 2018. This is a narrative game with a twist packed with unique puzzles and an incredible cast. It looks to me like the deductive reasoning and reading comprehension part of the SATs, but with anime characters.
Yeah.
So that is what this game looks like to me. Obviously, I would love to play it because I love all these narrative games, but $14.99, I'd probably wait on it, just because it looks like it's a lot more, like I said, SAT style deductive reasoning, and just like reading comprehension stuff. Yeah. So, right now I would pass on it. But $14.99.
Speaking of games I would pass on, sir, it would be The Room for $9.99.
Really?
The Room, yeah. Well, hear me out though. I would not pass on it, for any like reason of it being like bad or anything like that. In fact, The Room is a lot of fun. The graphics in it are really cool, and like I dig like the escape, like search for a mystery thing. I don't dig the price point of $9.99 on the eShop. I feel like this is way cheaper on iOS. If you have a phone, you should definitely head over to your app store and see how much money that this game costs. Because I hate when games that are more or less like like a game that gained a lot of popularity on the phone, like come over to like these consoles and they're way more. So yeah, here you go. The Room. The sequel is $1.99. All right. Like The Room 2. I don't see the original Room on here. But you could get the newest Room game for $4.99. So you could buy 2 games of The Room, almost 3. The Room 3 is $4. So you could spend $2 on the Room 2, $4 on the Room 3, and then buy the Room Old Sins and be at about $11, which would be almost the price of this. It'd be a little bit more expensive. You can get 3
and this one
games.
is just The Room.
This is The Room. So this is just the first one. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, it's redone for the Switch. Probably it's got some like touch. It uses the Joy-Con or the touch screen, so you can like feel the locks turn and stuff like that. A lot of cool things. But like, you get 3 games for the price of 1. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's not close for me. But The Room, if you're super into it, you can play it on the Switch now.
Next up, we've got coming out October 18th, 2018, Siberia 3. For $49.99. This game looks a lot like Tomb Raider set in turn of the century Alaska. It looks pretty good. I've never played any of the Siberia games. I don't know if you have. I don't know anybody that has. If you have, get at us. I'm at Seth Trav. He's at From the Crib. Together we're at Switch It Up Show on Twitter. And Preachcast. Get at us somewhere. Let us know about the Siberia games. Let us know if we should be loving Siberia 3.
Up next is going to be something that I feel like would be up my alley, but actually, I'm not sure. Spider Solitaire Black for $5. It is the classic Spider Solitaire in cool and chic design with over 300 stages and a random mode. I don't really
from Windows 2000.
You got it. I don't really like Solitaire that much. I love like card games on the Switch, but I I don't know, man. Like I'm not gonna play solitaire. There's just way too many other things to play. Now, if you said ski free, we'd be thrown down. But like not solitaire. It's a hard pass for me.
Next up, coming out October 18th, 2018. It's already discounted for $5.94. You get 30 gold points when you buy it digitally. It's Spencer. I don't want to get too much into this because we're going to review it on a later episode, but it is a classic jump and run platformer. Collect coins, jewels, and special items. We will definitely be reviewing Spencer in an upcoming episode.
Up next is going to be Sinners, Sacrifice for Redemption. This is rated M for mature. It is actually on sale right now, but a tiny little bit. It's $17.09 if you pre-purchase it versus $19. It comes out October the 18th. It's an RPG. The graphics in it are pretty crazy looking. It almost looks like a side-scrolling, maybe like Shadows of the Colossus.
Okay.
But maybe with a little more like darker fantasy. Like it looks really, really cool. The pictures of it look great. I'm wondering if the gameplay matches up with that. It looks neat. It talks about having different demonic bosses. And you I don't know, man. You should take a look at it. There's a lot going on here. It's a Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption. If you want like a side-scrolling type RPG with really creepy graphics, this might be up your alley.
Coming out October 18th, 2018, is going to be Season Match, which is a game, of course, right up my alley, the basic boy gaming that I am. It's going to be $9.99 when you buy it digitally. It looks like Bejeweled rules, but with a lot of level-based sort of power-ups and chicanery that happens based on the things you're connecting.
This looks like a slot machine.
Yeah, it looks like a lot going on, right? Like a lot of rockets going off, stuff like that. Looks like the story is that you have to save a snow princess and beat the Wicked Queen. It's got 360 levels, captivating story, and stunning visuals. And I will say the visuals do look very good. And I am an aficionado of these puzzler basic games.
You certainly are, sir. You love to do that score chasing. So
I do. It's a lot of fun.
I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun with the next one, and I believe we're definitely going to be featuring on an upcoming episode. And this is Personality and Psychology Premium. It's rated M for mature. It is $8.99, coming out on October the 18th. This is interesting. You basically have to go through and take all these different tests, and it tries to find out about your personality. So essentially, it's like a personality type test.
Oh my god!
So it's really weird. It can support up to 5 players. You can go through and test each other and stuff. So it reminds me of that game that we played before, but I don't know if the other one had an M rating. This one certainly does. So a little extra there for you.
Intriguing with that M rating.
Yep, $8.99 on the Nintendo eShop.
Coming out October 18th, 2018, $34.99. You can also buy it physically. It's Moto Racer 4. It looks an awful lot like Excite Bike, but with maybe the Tron light thing, just sort of going along behind you on your dirt bikes. I don't know. I would definitely need to see some gameplay of this before I buy it, because I still judge everything off of Excite Bike. So,
hey man,
that's just me.
That's a high bar.
It is. It really is. You got to do the can clicker, Superman. You remember those moves?
Yes, sir. No, I understand. We're gonna go with Momo. What is this? Momanga. Mamanga. Pinball Adventures for $5.99. It is a unique pinball game where you bounce through different worlds. On the way, you team up with friends to defeat enemies and conquer boss fights. I think that is super cool. It's like pinball with an extra dynamic. Every single one of these. I love
pinball. I just started playing pinball again on my PS4.
Right. Every single one of these levels looks completely different. It is themed. It's almost like it's a 3D platformer, but with pinball set as your controls. I'm not sure if we're going to be reviewing this one, but but I'm gonna try to. This looks
Absolutely.
neat, and the price point is sweet. It's $5.99. It comes out on October the 18th, so you got to wait till what is that? Friday? Is that Friday?
That is Thursday.
Thursday. So close.
So close, yet so far. Also, at that distance is Drift Legends. Going to be $4.99. Get 25 gold points when you buy it. It is realistic physics, stunning 3D graphics, 40 highly detailed drift cars, 10 original tracks to drift on, and compete in career mode. It is billed as a ultimate drift racing simulator. So if you like doing a lot of those drift moves, if you're still finding yourself Tokyo drifting, maybe Drift Legends is the game for you. Let us know on October 18th.
If you want something a little bit more different than Drift Legends, we should maybe check out Blackbird coming out on October the 18th. It is $19.99, and it is a side-scrolling like game where you play a blackbird in what looks like different like I don't know, different shapes. Most of the time, it seems like you're the head of the blackbird. It's kind of crazy. It seems like you were a girl, but then you've turned into a blackbird. Now you have to maybe fight your way back to turn to a girl again. The graphics are super dark. Kind of looks like this might have been like Hot Topic comic or something like that. But this it looks kind of neat. Blackbird, $19.99 on the Nintendo eShop.
Now we got ourselves a nice looking, kid friendly, seemingly, game called Tied Together, coming out October 19th. That's this Friday. $14.99, 75 points when you buy it digitally. It is one fine day. A bunch of scientists created 4 tiny monsters, but for what? To test their cooperation skills, of course. It looks a lot like that game we played a while ago, Shiftlings, on the Switch, where you kind of have to use your multiple characters in conjunction and their powers together. Looks like it's got really nice Flash kind of style cartoony graphics, which I'm a really big fan of because that pulls me back to those days of like E-Bombs World and everything, and that's real nostalgic for me. So I would definitely check this out. It is $14.99, Tied Together.
Man, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Up next is going to be The Legend of Evil. This one, you fight the forces of evil in an ultimate battle of tower offense. So if you are into tower defense, this is tower offense. Similar but different. It is $7.99. It's got like this like weird looking like retro 16-bit feel. I don't know. Sometimes I like. Don't get me wrong. I love Super Nintendo and that whole era and everything. But sometimes I feel like if it's not done like just right, like it doesn't come off
No, it comes off as sort of cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little lazy, maybe.
And I don't think like this just looks like a little bit like the graphics look a little bit busy. They don't look as smooth as I feel like some of the ones that we remember. But then again, that's nostalgia messing up with your head. But if you're into tower defense and you like 16-bit like type graphics, you might want to check this out. And the price point's pretty good. $7.99. The Legend of Evil, coming out this Friday, October 19th.
Beautiful. The next one coming out October 19th is one that we're actually going to be reviewing on the show later on. It's Pizza Titan Ultra. Want to leave it kind of there. It's going to be $11.99 when you buy it digitally. And you get 60 points when you 60 gold points also when you buy it digitally. October 19th. We'll be reviewing it.
Awesome, man. And then lastly, we'll round it out with I Hate Running Backwards. It is $14.99. And in this one, it is a never-ending, adrenaline-packed shoot-'em-up that places emphasis on the destruction and fighting never-ending waves of enemies traveling back in time through randomly fully destructible worlds. So it looks kind of nuts. I don't see. It looks like they're moving forward in this, but they call it Never Stop Running Backwards. So I guess because you're going back through time. The graphics in this look kind of crazy. Pretty blocky, but 3D. It looks neat. This might be interesting. I would at least go over and check this out. Watch like a little bit of a gameplay video, see if it looks cool. the setting is looks like something out of like Rick and Morty, like all types of creatures and stuff like that. So it seems like it might be fun. It's $14.99, and it is I hate running backwards.
Woo!
Oh my
A lot
gosh,
of games
man.
this week.
The 20 it's like 27, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, in case you were keeping track. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to talk about.
27 games.
We haven't even got to the review yet. It's busy day over here at the Switch It Up show for sure.
Busy day. All right, my guy. Which one do you want to review first? Pizza Titan Ultra or Gaokao Love 100 Days?
I got Pizza Titan Ultra up right here in front of me. So
Beautiful.
Let's do it.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the first game we're going to be reviewing today is Pizza Titan Ultra. Like I said, it's $11.99, and you get 60 gold points when you purchase it digitally. It comes out October 19th, 2018. Never stop delivering pizza! Pizza Titan Ultra is a fast-paced, third-person action platformer focused on fighting and smashing through a futuristic city in a giant mech to deliver pizza. Experience arcadey action with speedy attacking and dodging while attempting to control the massive weight of a 10-story mobile pizzeria. Just try not to make too much of a mess. Okay, so you had a great time with this game, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I feel like maybe we had different type of expectations. I remember when I was going through, because every week what I'll do is go through the eShop, see what's scheduled to come out, and go ahead and send emails to different companies to see, who would be kind enough who wants to be featured on the show. And these guys were nice enough to get back to us pretty quickly. And like, I just thought it looked like fun. It looked like
it is fun.
It looks like Rampage when I first saw it, and I dig like the idea of like these mechs, and like I thought the pizza thing was like like no pun intended, but like cheesy. Like it just looked like it just looked like fun, and I did have a good time with it. Yes.
Okay, so I also had fun with it at points and times. So like the characters, the storyline, all this stuff about like the robots and the mechs and the sort of huge corporate overlord thing, and you're trying to just still make it as a pizza shop, like the Bob Ross character, showing up, Ross Bobberts or something. Ross Roberts is what they call him. Things like that. Very cool, very fun. All the characters are kind of unique, at least in their appearance, and kind of what they want from you and how they will communicate with you. Graphically, it's cool. I feel like it's a cell shaded Crazy Taxi. Like we had both, not discussing it beforehand, we both had called it a lot like Crazy Taxi, because you just have to keep running around these cities and dropping off these pizzas while you try to do other things. That's fine. I think running around the city is fine, and doing that kind of stuff and destroying buildings, that can be okay too, because that's some of the missions you have to do. But there are a lot of enemies in this game, like a ton, and they're small, and they're like people size, or they're like floating and you have to jump up and punch them and stuff like that. That part of it does not handle well. I had a very like frustrating time handling and moving around the giant mech and pizza restaurant. I don't know if that was by design, because it's supposed to be like awkward and what it would be like to actually control a mech and try to hit these little things. But I found myself more often than not just sort of like spinning in these quick little circles and struggling to punch and kick and figure out how to just hit these little enemies flying above me. And I feel like because that's a fairly decent component of the game, it kind of really let me down in that regard.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, there are moments of this where the controls feel kind of floaty, but you talked about the cel-shaded graphics, and I think the graphics are like on this game. Like, I normally don't really like the cel shading, so that's 5 times fast, style, but I think there's parts of this where the graphics in this are like on point. Like some of the missions where it's at like night when the whole city's lit up. I feel
very
like
good.
I feel like the colors are like popping off the screen. I dig the characters. I think the music is fun. Like
Music is a lot of fun. That theme song at the beginning is great.
yeah, I think the it's got this cool little mini game where you have to like put toppings on pizza and like slice it up and like through like
That is very cool.
through like quick time events. Like it's just got like I feel like these people had a good time making this game.
They had a great time doing this game.
And yeah, it's like it's not like I feel like everybody out there in the world needs to play this game. But if you look at it and like you're into that type of like crazy taxi, run over here, run over here, run over here, and you maybe like always wanted to try out one of these mech games, but like the like either the cost of entry or just it was too intimidating. This is like super arcadey,
Did you notice any like change when you bought new like arms or legs or heads or anything from the armor shop or the garage?
Not really. But
I don't think anything happens when you purchase this stuff.
But like I never
except that you eventually get like new super power up things.
Yeah, I'm like unless you're gonna get like unless you're gonna get one of the new superpowers, I'm not really one for like adding like too much customization onto it unless it's gonna make like a big difference. I always try to save up like a lot of money in order to get something really good. But I mean, yeah, man, I had a good time. I had a good time with this for sure.
Okay. So what score are you gonna give it?
I think this for me, like I think this is a 3.5. I had fun.
See, I was gonna say 3.5 too. I was expecting you to go a lot higher than that because of how you were praising it so much.
No, because I didn't because like I guess maybe the game's called Pizza Titan Ultra, so like it's
like what do you really expect?
As soon as I heard that, I was like, this is gonna be dumb, but it's gonna be fun, and that's exactly what I expected. I didn't think it was gonna be anything like shockingly awesome, but I mean, I had a lot of fun playing this. Like, I would have no problem playing this game like somewhat regularly.
Absolutely.
I think it's cool.
And the price point is good at $11 and 99 cents. $12 for this game is pretty great.
Absolutely.
It was a little short, but with that price point, it's sort of right there, sort of right where you need it to be.
Well, you know what? It's funny that you say that that's a little short, because why don't we balance that out with something that's long?
Oh my god, this game was so long.
So let me hit you with the synopsis since you were kind enough to read the other one. And this is Gaokao Love 100 Days. It's $11.99 on the eShop. Getting a girlfriend before the National College Entrance Exam, I know, it's crazy. But from today, we will face everything together. Is there still room for love in this 100 days, or am I just ruining my life, or worse, her life? This is a dating simulation based on Chinese students' real life. You can have romantic. This is how this is written. You can have romantic relationship with classmates, but remember that you have just 100 days while preparing for the Gaokao National College Entrance Exam. The exam may change your destiny. Keep a balance between score and romance, or just drop one and see what would happen. There are over 10 storylines that will lead. Nope. There were over 10 storylines and will lead to more than 50 ends.
Mm-hmm.
It is a simulation, adventure, role-playing education game. This came out on September 24, 2018. This is a visual novel in every sense of the word.
Yes.
You will be clicking through and reading the story as it unfolds.
Which you do have the option to skip, which I think is interesting, that you could just skip through all of it and go through the very small part of this that is a game.
Yes. I mean, and it's really not as much if you wanted your Tamagotchi to have like a different skin to it, and you wanted a story behind what your Tamagotchi was doing, I feel like this is the type of gameplay. It's like management.
It is. It's very much a management sim, and sort of the idea of it is that you have to manage your time between talking to your new girlfriend, whom for some reason you can't announce that you guys are actually a fish. So is she really your girlfriend? I don't think so. But you can't go around saying you're a fish. So you have to balance your time between this girl and studying, which apparently you do during the day, during the night,
and at night.
On weekends.
Yeah. At night.
It's a little insane.
They go back to school
all the time,
it seems like. And there's some I don't know, school safety dude, I guess, who's gonna enforce the fact that you're studying. Like,
Yeah,
but he's
he's the
also
proctor.
he's also
I forget what they called him. You can check out both of these games on our YouTube channel by going to Preach www.preach.us, and you'll be able to see an hour of this game being played by myself and my girlfriend Sarah, doing a lot of crazy voices.
is the proctor like a? I get the sense that he's a student too, but he's like
He is a student,
so
but he's just like a higher
yeah.
tier of student.
Yes.
But he's like your classroom's like a student.
I guess, yeah. He's like I don't know, is that the constable? Like he's like
Yes.
like he's enforcing like rules.
Joey.
Joey
was
let
his name.
me tell you, man, like there are some laugh out loud moments in this thing. Like
There are. The problem when you call him a Tamagotchi. I was like, I can see it kind of like a Tamagotchi if you thought your Tamagotchi was the densest mother around. You know, like this dude is so dense. The things that he says, at least the way we were playing it, so dense. And I was like, who talks like this? Who acts this way? And it might be just like the culture barrier thing, but the things the dude was saying and acting, he was insane. Like he's immediately trying to run around and be like, "I love you," and she's like, "No, you can't even walk me home. Why are you trying to tell people we're even dating?" Like, what is that? You seem like you are like the like I don't even know what the word for it is.
Although, like she's also a little off because doesn't she tell him at one point? She's like, "Yeah, like I couldn't sleep because I was up all night just smiling."
No, that's him.
That's him.
He said that.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. I thought she said like me too or something like that. I was like,
Is she in your game? Does she say me too?
I thought she was. That seemed like it's like. Don't get me wrong. Like your main character is like super weird, but she's not exactly normal herself.
No, she sneaks. Did your girl sneak off and
cakes?
go eat cake?
Yes.
Yeah. She's got some cake addiction.
She just like leaves the whole school, which apparently goes on like ultra like battle royale lockdown when she leaves.
Yeah. Every time the door is locking these kids out. There's a very scumbaggy like friend type that's trying to move in on your girl. There's also a neighbor girl that I was trying to get the dude to woo more because he says these things like he constantly will say these things about people where he's like, we have good relations. Me and my girlfriend don't have good relations. And they'll go to like the aquarium for a date and it'll be awful, you know?
It's weird, man. Although
it makes no sense to me. And he's just like, well, I just like you because I like you. And I'm like, who talks? And I'm like, I named the guy Kevin because our friend Kevin surprisingly acts a lot like this guy.
Oh, I love Kevin.
He's a great guy.
I miss Kevin. I love the teacher. The teacher's wild.
Medusa?
Yeah. Nuts. She's basically like, listen, like this test is gonna like, like this is your chance. Don't you want this chance? This chance is gonna be the best chance you've ever had. You'll never have another chance like this chance. Like she says, chance.
Yeah. The English is very broken at times when you're doing this game, but and it's repetitive. Like they just keep repeating the same thing, and I'm like, why are you saying it in a much more broken sentence?
I mean, oh man, this is 100 days. There's 100 days,
and it took us an hour to get through.
Like 3 days.
Like the tutorial basically, because it finally told you like, hey, weekend days play out a little different than your regular days. It's a lot of content in here.
I mean,
and I'm amazed that they have 50 different endings.
You're getting your money's worth, man. But that's for
definitely
sure.
You're getting your money's worth. If you are a visual novel fan, it's only $12, and you will play this for hundreds of days yourself.
Easily.
Easily.
This is hard, man. This is hard for me. This is I don't know, man. If I was sitting down and playing this with somebody and we were just making fun of it, we might have fun.
It was great fun to play it with Sarah.
And if you like, I like visual novels, but I like visual novels like like Phoenix Wright or oh my god,
with more of a fast pace to them.
or like Danganronpa or however you pronounce it. Like those are like where there's a little bit more of a story that's a little more like a narrative's like a little stronger. This one, I understand that you're uncovering the narrative as you're playing it. So, and it's 100 days, so you can't expect to learn everything. Like by just like playing it for like 10% of that. But like it would take you a long time to get through this. But
It did. It pulled me away from Desiga.
The translation part, like where it doesn't quite match up, I think makes for some of the funnier, more enjoyable moments in it. So like for that,
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
for that, like I give it a pass. But there are parts where like you're literally just going through the day and you're like, oh, what is going on? And
What is happening in my life right now?
like, and I get maybe that's maybe they're hitting the mark for that because like you're like this high schooler just kind of floating through the day, like, but
My dude pounded monsters as often as he could. After your mom offers you a Monster energy drink, I was like, Mama, hook me up with those. And then I developed the heart murmur. Not an actual one, but that's like the thing. It's like your heart starts racing. That means you have more stress and you might pass out and go into a coma. Like that. Like
I love that everything is so drastic in this.
it's so drastic. And it seems like it's the end of the world until you start talking and you're constantly just like, yeah, I guess. Like you come off a little like a bitch, which is awesome.
Like this game's wild. This is 2.5, man.
2.5 for you. I want to give it another 3.5 just because of the amount of content that is here. And if you are a visual novel fan and you love these dating sim type things,
hardcore visual novel fan, like this is
hardcore, like you want to sit and read and try to maintain your girlfriend in school life at a Chinese preparatory school. I don't even know. I don't know what kind of school you call it. A formatory school? They call it some sort of something.
You got to be ready for this because I mean this story is gonna this is a slow burn. Like
wow. So together it comes out to a 3 that we're gonna give. What?
That's too high.
It's a 3. You got that 2.5. I got that 3.5. Together, we rate Gaokao Love 100 Days a 3 out of 5.
That's fair.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 51 of the Preachcast, aka the coming out this week episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Or no, Switch It Up show, not the Preachcast. My God, my concussion is still affecting me terribly. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that if things ever start to get boring, you can always switch it up.